In the beginning, there was no beginning in the way we understand it. No time, no space, no up, no down. Just pure, infinite potential compressed into a single, impossible point, smaller than an atom, hotter than imagination, heavier than every galaxy that would ever burn. And then, in one timeless instant, everything decided to become a silent scream of light and fury. The Big Bang, not an explosion in space, but the explosion of space itself. In the first heartbeat of time, less than a trillionth of a second, the universe ballooned faster than light, smoother than silk, stretching quantum whispers into vast, glowing emptiness. Inflating, inflating, carrying the seeds of every star, every dream, every tear that would ever fall. From that blinding, searing soup of energy, the laws of physics themselves cooled and chose their shape. Gravity whispered, matter hesitated, then began to dance. And after almost 14 billion years of patient unfolding, here we are, tiny sparks of that same fire, sitting on a fragile blue dust mote, looking back across the deeps, wondering how nothing became everything, including us. For a deeper dive, Famgur Chronicles present Let There Be Light.
Let there be.
Every origin story begins in darkness, yet this one opens with a command. Let there be light. Before the sun or stars existed, light itself burst forth by spoken word, dividing chaos from order. For centuries, scholars have puzzled over how light could precede the sun, and why these first words still shape debates about science, translation, and faith. What really happened in those first moments? A single sentence breaks the silence. Let there be light. The words themselves carry a quiet force, neither shouted nor pleaded, but willed into being. In the ancient Hebrew, it is yehi, or a phrase that conveys more than a command. It is an act of intention, a wish spoken with the certainty of fulfillment. And so, light appears, not from the sun, not from any star, but as the first answer to emptiness. The darkness is no longer absolute. There is now a boundary, a line drawn between what is seen and what is hidden. God names the light day and the darkness night, setting the rhythm that will govern all time, evening, then morning. One day. This light is not just a physical glow. It is the first movement toward order, the beginning of structure where only chaos had been. The pattern is established. God speaks, reality responds, and what results is good. But the puzzle lingers. What is the source of this light when the sun and stars have yet to exist? For generations, readers have wondered if this light is the very presence of God, or a sign of something deeper, illumination that marks the start of every new beginning. The story's rhythm takes hold: speech, separation, naming, and the quiet declaration that what has come into being is simply good. A second act of separation unfolds. The waters, once mingled in deep and undivided darkness, are pulled apart by a new command. God speaks, and a vast expanse takes shape, called in Hebrew, rakia. This word has traveled a long road through history. Early translators called it the firmament, picturing a solid dome stretched overhead. Later committees, wrestling with ancient languages and shifting worldviews, settled on expanse or sky. But the meaning holds steady. A boundary is drawn, not of stone or crystal, but of ordered space. Above, the waters remain, mysterious, unreachable, a canopy beyond sight. Below, the waters gather, waiting for their own transformation. The rakia is named sky, and with that naming, the world gains a middle ground, a place for wind and weather, for clouds and the coming of rain. In this act, the cosmos becomes layered, heaven above, earth below, and the sky as the meeting place between. The ancient rhythm continues, God speaks, the world obeys, and the pattern of order deepens. The stage is now set for what comes next, the appearance of dry land, the first hint of a world ready to be filled and made alive. Waters once covered everything, restless and undivided. Now, a new command gathers them together, revealing stretches of dry ground. This land receives a name, Earth, while the gathered waters become seas. The naming is more than a label, it is a sign that order is settling in, that boundaries have been drawn. The rhythm continues, God speaks, and the land responds, bursting with green life. Grasses, seed-bearing plants, and fruit trees rise from the soil, each able to reproduce, each carrying the promise of future harvests within itself. The world is no longer only structure. It is fertile, alive, and already providing for what will come next. In this moment, the story pauses to reflect. For early Christian thinkers like Augustine, the days described here were never simply hours ticking by. He wondered if these were not literal days at all, but signs of a deeper order. Creation unfolding in a way that invites contemplation, not calculation. The earth is now ready, clothed in green, waiting for rulers and timekeepers to arrive. A new command fills the sky with purpose. Lights are set in the expanse, the sun, the moon, and the stars, each with a role in the unfolding order. The sun rules over the day, casting its warmth and marking the hours. The moon takes its place at night, gentle and steady, while the stars scatter across the darkness, silent witnesses to the passage of time. These luminaries do more than brighten the heavens. They serve as timekeepers, marking days, seasons, and years. Ancient calendars, harvests, and celebrations all find their rhythm in this cosmic clockwork. The world is no longer just a stage, it is a world with cycles, patterns, and a sense of direction. Centuries later, as Apollo 8 circled the moon, astronauts read aloud the words of Genesis, their voices carrying the story of beginnings back to Earth. In that moment, the ancient wonder returned. Human eyes gazing into the vastness, still measuring time and meaning by the same lights first spoken into being. A new word fills the world with movement and color. The waters, once silent, teem with living things, schools of fish darting beneath the surface, great sea creatures gliding through the deep. Above, the empty sky stirs as wings beat the air for the first time. Birds of every shape and song take flight, filling the heavens with their cries and their patterns. Life erupts in every direction, not from conflict or conquest, but by simple command. God speaks, and the seas and skies answer with abundance. There is no battle, no rival gods to subdue, only the peaceful will to create. This vision stands apart from the ancient stories of the world's birth, where chaos and violence shape the cosmos. In Genesis, creation comes without struggle. The creatures of water and air are blessed to multiply, filling their realms with endless variety. The world is not only ordered, it is alive, and its fullness is called good. The stage is set for the arrival of its caretakers. A final word is spoken, and the world receives its crown. From the dust of the earth, humanity comes into being, male and female, shaped in the image of God. This is more than likeness. It is a reflection, a living echo of the Creator's own nature. To these new beings, a charge is given. Fill the earth, subdue it, and rule over every living thing that moves. Dominion is not license for destruction, but a call to care and to steward. The verdict is no longer just good. With humanity in place, creation is called very good. A world entrusted, a dignity bestowed, a purpose set in motion. Across centuries, Christians have read these days in different ways. A biblical scholar notes that some see each day as a literal 24-hour period, grounding the story in a concrete timeline. Others, following the framework view, read the days as a literary pattern, realms formed in the first 3 days, then filled in the next 3, highlighting order over chronology. A pastor points out a third approach, the ancient poetic reading, where Genesis stands as a song of meaning and purpose, not a science lesson. While the details vary, all agree, creation is ordered, purposeful, and good. In a quiet corner of Portugal, an ecologist kneels in the reeds, hands deep in the soil. She works with Arocha, a Christian conservation group restoring wetlands once drained for farmland. Their motto is simple: we care for creation because it belongs to God. Here, stewardship means planting native trees, cleaning rivers, and watching endangered birds return, tangible acts of hope rooted in ancient words. Order from chaos and meaning in matter. These ideas still shape how we see the world now. Every new scientific discovery echoes that ancient drive to find purpose in the universe. Creation's challenge endures. How we steward what is good remains the question for every generation. Please share your thoughts below.
Let there be.